Well, that was fucking dreadful.
Hi, I'm a shouty man.
And the following is the entire 2021 Portuguese Grand Prix in 4 minutes.
Wag one leg is how you doing, what's poppin'? Bust rush it all when I'm never ever stopping. Gonna hit you so hard that you won't open the coffin. And I'm walking around the lady shit, the panels will be dropping like.
Hello lads, it's Sunday the 2nd of May 2021. And today we have round 3 of this season's Formula 1 Championship at the returning Portimao circuit in Portugal. Again, that's Mao, not Mayo. Moto Meerkat, take notes. We head into this weekend with Hamilton and Verstappen having 1 win apiece, and with just a singular point separating them in the championship. And the question on all of our minds seems to be, will we have another banger of a race like we have the first 2 of this season? Well, as I usually say, there's only one way to find out. As Bottas lines up on pole, we eagerly await the 5 red lights. And away we go! Perez has a bad start, allowing Sainz to get up to 4th place as they fly down towards turn 1 and through the first few corners. And Lando now goes side by side with Ocon, getting past the Alpine in this quite frankly lovely move. As now Raikkonen clips the back of his teammate, removing himself from the race and bringing out the safety car. Beautiful. Last time we were here at Portugal, Kimi made up 10 positions on the opening lap. This year, he ended it in the gravel. Wow, how things can change. But as they clear the damage from the track, we get ready to go green once again. Bottas leads him away and Verstappen is right on the rear of Hamilton now. And he sends it around the outside into turn 1, making it stick with Sainz dropping down the order now as well. And Lando Norris continues his charge and takes Perez for 4th place. I'll tell you what, lads, I know I've been rough on Lando in the past, but his current form is banging, honestly. As Hamilton now, though, just 1 lap later, is coming back at Max Verstappen, taking back 2nd position despite Max's best efforts to hold on. And now Lewis sits right behind his teammate. Can he make that move for the lead? Well, only time will tell as Perez takes Lando back for 4. But now Lewis is making that move on Valtteri. Around the outside of turn 1, he makes it stick. Because of course he does, it's Lewis Hamilton. And Bottas can now snap back into reality and take his rightful spot in the shadow of Lewis. I'm sorry, Valtteri, I love you really, it's just banter. Now, I'm going to be honest with you here, lads. For the next 20 laps or so, nothing really happened. Most people did come in for pit stops, but the front runners didn't. It was starting to get a little bit boring now. I was starting to doze off a little bit. But then finally, Red Bull saved the day and pulled the trigger and pit Max for some brand new tyres, which was then mirrored by Bottas the next lap. However, that 1 lap undercut from the Red Bull might have just worked in their favour as Bottas comes out of the pit lane just ahead of Verstappen. Yet due to his tyres being cold, he can't quite defend that position as Max makes the most of this opportunity and takes 2nd place from the Mercedes with a lovely little move, which I'm sure got Christian Horner very aroused. So now, boys and girls, Max sits 6 seconds behind Hamilton. Can he close that gap? Who knows? But for the sake of our entertainment, I bloody hope so. The next 10 or so laps passed by without much going on until we finally saw a little bit of action, with Mazepin nearly crashing into Perez as he was getting lapped. Pretends to be shot. But Perez, by the way, still hasn't pitted, and thus he is sat in 1st place right now ahead of Hamilton. But he's done right, nearly 50 laps on these medium tyres. I mean, fair play to the bloke, that's quite impressive. However, eventually, once Hamilton does catch and pass the Mexican, Red Bull do put him in for some new tyres, dropping him down to 4th place. And then, you'll never guess what happened. Nothing. Honestly, nothing happened. I mean, we ended up watching Schumacher versus Latifi for 17th place for 10 laps. However, as we approached just 3 laps to go, Bottas and Verstappen both pit for some fresh tyres to try and go out there and set the fastest lap for that bonus point. And I mean, do you not want to guess who set the fastest lap time? Let me know right now. Yep, it was Verstappen. Well, I mean, at least it was before his lap time got deleted for extended track limits, so Bottas did actually win it. As now, though, Lewis Hamilton rounds the final corner for the final time to win here in Portugal. Max Verstappen comes home in 2nd, Bottas in 3rd, Perez in 4th. And shout out to Lando for getting his 3rd top 5 of this season, finishing in 5th place today. But yeah, lads, a bit of a stink of a race, to be honest. I mean, it was compared to the first 2 anyway. However, I know we can't have a bang of a race every single time, so I'll take this one, you know, I'll accept it. As long as we get a better race next week, alright? Where are we racing again next week? Oh, for So there you have it, boys and girls. That's the entire 2021 Portuguese Grand Prix in 4 minutes. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know the race wasn't quite as good as we were all expecting, but let me know down below what you thought of it. You could have enjoyed it. I might just have too high standards at this point. And until next time, I've been Aiden. This is MrAidenRule. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you lot, well, next time. Goodbye.
David, your last name is Fraser, which I find funny because you never use a razor. You look about 12 and that's coming from me. Start of YouTube, go back to see BBC. Or you're a fighter too? You should have said, get tapped out quicker than your last in bread. Nah.